Greetings, I'm Barrent and welcome to Meet Me at the Table. Today we're continuing our playthrough of Middara. We are going into the next encounter, which is into the Gloom. Just like our previous video, there is no story that you have to read or listen to before moving into this encounter. We're, I guess, trying to just get out of this place. We've been down here for like 3 adventures, and I have yet to restore my awesome guys. They're not restored. They're still in a lot of hurt. And if you remember our last video, we're in a world of hurt is what we are. So at this point, since we're not actually being able to restore them, we're going to remove damage tokens until I have damage tokens equal to half of my max HP. So that does include any abilities or items you have that are increasing your health points. You're going to gain at least half of that all back. On top of that, we're going to unexhaust all our cards. All of any cards we flipped, which we don't have any at this point, we're going to unflip. We'll remove any status tokens, but all the ability tokens will remain on combatants and are not removed. And no, you do not receive a free equip action, so I can't give any of the stuff that she has found, her. This one right here, Nightingale, she found some awesome stuff, but I can't give any of that to anybody. So we're going to remove our barrier tokens. They are considered status tokens. So these are going to go back in a pool, and Rook is going to have to put them out and hopefully remember this time to get them on everybody, because that's really key. If you would have had maybe 1 armor, he might have lived last time. Maybe not, but we'll see how it goes this time. We're going to be moving into this encounter, into the Gloom. If you're excited to do that, then I need you to meet me at the table. Moving into this encounter, I do want to start by showing off all our characters to show you exactly where we all sit. She has, of course, all her equipment, and her per encounter ability is able to be used this time. She's at 3 damage. I got a great comment from Alex. He says I should remember to just track damage, not how much damage I have left. Not health I have left. I should be tracking how much damage I have, because some of the combatants might target people that have least or most damage. So she has taken 3 damage, mostly from herself from using Gore Shot, but that's where she sits. Zeke is going to be pretty easy because he has a total of 16 health. So he's going to be at 8 damage, which is exactly half of what he has. Remy has 18 health, so she's going to be sitting at 9 damage. And of course, she has all her awesome abilities. Now, her flight only happens if you have less damage than half of your total HP. So right now, she can fly, but if she were to take even 1 damage, she can no longer fly. And last but not least, we have the great and powerful Rook. He has taken 3 damage from our very first encounter. He didn't take any in the last encounter. Into the Gloom. As you go deeper into the White Vaults, you are greeted by a pack of cave sickles. You draw your weapons and prepare to fight when a rumbling causes you to pause. Further in the distance, something lumbers around a crumbling pillar. An Earth Loa emerges and stumbles towards you. With a quick glance to your comrades, you commit to the fight. So long as you can defeat these cave sickles before the horrible rock creature gets too close, you should be fine. Haha, should. Here's our encounter. It's all laid out. I've already placed all that stuff. We have everything we need according to here. We do have a win condition. When an adventurer ends their turn on the blue exit, we have succeeded. If we lose all our adventurers, that's bad news. We also have an achievement over here. This is the first time we've seen an achievement. It says, not quite unkillable. If the Earth Loa is defeated, read the following hidden text. And there is 1 blue loot token we might be able to find. Our level of our deck of combatant loot cards is going to be mundane. We have everything all set up and ready to go except for one final thing. We have to put down our Earth Loa. Here he is. He's a big giant rock creature. Oh no, he's terrifying. Now I've got him all painted up. He's kind of silvery. I kind of painted a little bit of like this metal into him. So he kind of has some like, almost looks hopefully like a diamond like sword hanging out here. But he's pretty cool. We're going to place him down on the board right here. And it's going to be our initiative turn. We're going to go ahead and get us all set here. Let's give these good old initiative cards a good truffle shuffle. I've put in the first set of cave sickles, our second set of cave sickles, and our earth lore are all inside this initiative deck. And of course our 4 adventurers, we can't forget them. They got to try to get out of here and maybe kill that earth lore. We'll see. At least if things start going bad, all we have to do is get to that blue exit and get out of here. That'll be our plan. All right, let's go ahead. We've got these shuffled up. We've got Zeke going first, followed by Rook. Then we have our pack of cave sickles right here. We have Remy next. Then this cave sickle will go Nightingale, and the earth lore goes last, which is kind of awesome because it almost feels like we've started doing stuff, and then all of a sudden the earth lore bunch comes through here and is going to come after us. All right, we'll start with Zeke. What is he going to do? Well, he's going to get his 3 stamina. Everybody's going to get their 3 stamina. We're going to pile it right on top of their cards. Remy gets 3 and Nightingale gets 3 as well. She sadly is near the end. I was really hoping she'd go first with that gore shot. But we have our archer going first, which is going to help us quite a bit. Sadly, he has to move 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. He can't fire at them from where he is. So he's going to use one of these to do a move action. He's going to move 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 maybe, right up to here. Put him in some hindering terrain. Maybe that'll help a little bit, or this, and I'll keep him from getting killed maybe. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He could fire at any of one of these cave sickles. I think he's going to fire right here at this one. I think the closest one, let's get him dead. We're going to fire at him using our 2 stamina points. Let's see how it goes. We have our longbow that's going to roll a purple and white die. Let's see how this goes. Let's hit him real good. Oh, I got a 1 and a 5, but that's okay. I love it when I get low numbers on this because I have that ability, kill the messenger. If you have a 2-handed ranged weapon equipped when making an attack, if you roll the lowest result on a combat die, you may change it to a single die of the highest result. You may change a single die. So I don't even have to choose this one if I don't want to, but I think I'm going to. We're going to turn it to a 7. There we go. 12. That's so much better than 6. 12, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. We've done 4 damage already. Then let's check out our longbow here. We're going to get an extra 2 physical damage from this, so that's 6 damage. Then we get to spend our 2 books to follow up move 1 space since we did hit. We also get 1 more damage because of our star here. So we get a 2, 3, and then 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So that's going to be a total of 8 damage. That is enough to take out that first cave sickle. Boom! Shot him right between the eyes before he even knew what happened. Since our cave sickle is a swarm enemy, we will not be getting a combatant loot card until we take out all 3 of our cave sickles in this group. Kill the messenger does have to be exhausted. I failed to mention that. So that is an exhausted power, but I did get those books, so I am allowed to move 1 space as a follow-up. And the follow-ups only happen if you actually hit an opponent. We did, so we could do a follow-up move 1. This move 1 is not affected by anything on any type of terrain, so I don't have to pay the extra to move out of that, and I am going to move 1 square in that direction. I think maybe we'll move back 1. Oh, it's tough to decide. We're gonna move right there. That'll be just fine. Oh, I think I'm gonna move back. I lied. There we go. Move back 1. Perfect. Nope, I lied. Keep lying. We're done. Rook's turn. Rook's got 3 stamina. He's gonna spend 1 of his stamina points to do a move action here. He's gonna move 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think he's going to move to there. At this point, he's going to use his magic armor. He's going to spend his 1 stamina point to exhaust this and give himself barrier. He's going to gain his token. That gives himself 1 armor. He now has 5 armor. Absolutely awesome. He's going to save his other stamina point, and we'll move into the cave sickle's turn at this point. Our cave sickles have many things going for them. 1, they have that sickle anatomy. They are immune to poison, and movement point cost is not increased by terrain or allies. They have the hive mind, so depending on how many are in sphere of influence, depends on their dice. Look at this, 4. 2 teal dice, a black die, and they gain 2 defense. Oh, yuck, don't need that. Let's check to see, is there an opponent adjacent? No, none of the people that we have are adjacent to any of these cave sickles. So next, is there an opponent within range 4? Yes, there is. We're going to activate our 2nd cave sickle, which is going to be the purple one first. Because of my fabulous miscalculation, 1, 2, 3, 4, I should have counted that first. Rook is within 4 range of that cave sickle, so he is going to be attacked. And there are 2 cave sickles within sphere of influence, so he'll be rolling 2 orange dice. Rook has 1 stamina point. He could choose to dodge if he wants to. He is choosing not to. Our cave sickle is not going to empower this attack. He is going to roll 2 orange dice. Let's see how this goes. He got an 8, 9, 10, 11. That is enough to hit Rook. Rook only has a 10 defense. So he hit Rook for 1 over his defense value. We're going to look at our symbols here. He's going to get +1 physical damage, so he's done a total of 2 damage, but Rook has 5 armor, so he's totally fine. We're going to move into the next part here that says move to be adjacent to the opponent with the most damage within movement range. Then make an attack, follow up, inflict poison, force 9. Our cave sickles have a 6 movement. They have to try to get adjacent to the person with the most damage. The person with the most damage is Zeke right now in this area that they could probably move to. But he only has 6 movement. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He can't get to Zeke. He does have an ability that allows him to ignore movement penalties with terrain and allies, but he's not an ally. He would be able to move through the terrain. Also, he can't jump this pit to get to Zeke because there's nowhere to land, and also combatants will never jump a pit bigger than 2. So at this point, he is actually going to attack Rook. He's going to move 1, 2, 3 right to here and attack him because 4, 5, 6, he can't get to Zeke to attack or anybody else back here. Let's see what happens to Rook this time. There's only 1 in Sphere of Influence, so he'll be rolling an orange and white die. Rook again is choosing to save his stamina point and not dodge. We'll roll up our 2 dice and see what we get. Oh my gosh, a 15. That's going to be terrible. 15 is 5 over the limit. Then we've got a lot of stuff here. 5, 6, 7, 8. He did 8 damage. I don't think so. We're going to stop that. We have the ability to stop that with this card right here. We have Per Encounter Cuirass. When you are dealt damage from an attack, ignore all physical damage dealt to you. We're going to use that. That's a once used ability tonight. We're going to put it right there. At this point, now this attack has done no damage. I can choose to counter, and that's exactly what we're going to do. We're going to use our ability core to counter. To do that, we're going to roll our 2 white dice, 1 for our Morning Star, 1 for our shield. Let's roll those up and see what happens. Come on, something good. We got a 6 and a 3. I'm going to use my Morning Star to go ahead, exhaust it, and roll this one again. Oh, I got a 10. That's still not going to be very good. 10 over 8 is 2, and we get another 2 from our physical damage here, so we did a total of 4 damage to this cave sickle. I was really hoping to kill it off, but we did not get to do that. 4 damage is still pretty good. Let's put that right up here on number 2. He is done because I countered. That means his follow-up will not happen, even though he did hit. Moving into our next cave sickle's turn, it's going to be the yellow one. He is going to use the same set of commands. Is there a person within 4? 1, 2, 3, 4? No, there's not. He's going to be doing something different. He's going to be using the last part of his card here, which states, can it move and attack an opponent within range 4? Move to be up to range 4 from the nearest opponent, then make a range 4 attack. He's going to move to here, then make a range 4 attack. When drawing line of sight, you can shoot through allies, so he's going to be able to shoot through that ally. And their sickle anatomy says that movement point cost is not increased by trainer allies, but it doesn't help with actually shooting. He's going to suffer a -1 penalty here, so he's going to get -1 to his attack roll for shooting through an ally. Very similar to like shooting through a piece of hindering terrain. And if you had an ally in hindering terrain in the same place, you'd be shooting through and getting -2, or even shooting through them at some point. For example, if Rook was here and you get the idea. I don't need to do all this stuff. If it happens, I'll totally tell you about it. But we're going to move 1, 2, 3, 4, shoot 1, 2, 3, 4 through this guy, so he gets -1. He is going to have the anatomy or the hive mind 1, 2, 3, 4 of both of those cave sickles. He'll be rolling 2 orange dice. Let's see what happens. I'm going to risk it again, not using my stamina point to dodge. We're going to roll 2 orange dice and see what happens. Oh, another 15. Oh no, that's going to be terrible. I don't really have anything I can do about this one now. 15, that means that's 5 over what he's got. 5, 6, 7. He's going to get hit for 7 physical damage. I've got 5 armor. I'm taking 2 damage, so he has taken a total of 5 damage so far. Oh, maybe I should have dodged that one. Oh, well. Remy is next to go. She'll use one of her stamina points to move. 1, 2, 3, 4 to right here. I think that's going to be my best plan. No, I'm going to move back 1 to right here and be able to use my reach 2. No, I think I'll move right here. There we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to right here. Then use reach 2 to use my chains of command. We're going to exhaust this card and attack with my one-shot war axe. Oh yeah, 2 white dice. I would run her up there to attack closer, but I'm afraid of how much health damage she's already taken. So we're going to use our last 2 stamina points to roll the dice. Let's see how we do. We got a 12. I think that's going to be enough. This thing only has 8, so 9, 10, 11, 12. We've done 4 damage, and we can do another one here. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and I could choose to exhaust this to get 9, 10 if I want. That's totally fine. I'm not going to exhaust it. Our one-shot War Axe has taken out our second Cave Sickle. We're going to remove him from the board. The Swarm is not completely defeated. We still have the yellow one on the board, so no combatant loot card. We'll move into our next card, which is going to be Cave Sickles 4 through 6. That's going to be the blue one. The blue one's only thing it can do is, can it move and attack an opponent within range 4? Yes, it can, so it's going to move up to range 4 from the nearest opponent, then make a range 4 attack. If I had to put Remy here, oh, it still would have attacked Rook. I could have put it right there because Rook is closer down on this list, but that's okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. Maybe I should have done that. There's only one Cave Sickle in range here of his sphere of influence, so he's only going to be rolling a white and orange die. Have I learned my lesson yet? No, I have not learned my lesson. I am not going to dodge. Let's see what happens. Oh, I should have dodged. Oh, we got a 13. This might not be too bad. So he's got a 10, so we've gotten hit for 3, 4, 5, 6 damage. Oh, that's just enough to do 1 more damage to him because he only has 5 armor. So he's now taken a total of 6 damage. That's the end of that Cave Sickle, though. It's time now for the Princess to activate. She's going to use one of her stamina points to move. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. She has to move all the way up here. Well, actually, it's a good thing I didn't put Remy there now that I think about it. 1, 2, let's see here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep. 1, 2, 3, 4. Something has to be in Sphere of Influence, which of course is 4 squares all around her. And she can target anything, or it ignores everything except for, of course, these red terrain pieces here. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's enough to hit one of these guys. I think we're going to go for the yellow one. If we can take care of all of them, that removes the card and also gets a combatant loot card. We'll use our 2 stamina points to, I think, should we empower it? I don't think we're going to empower this one. We're going to save our 2 stamina points. I've got a plan. They've got a pretty poor conviction value here, so I'm just going to roll my white die for casting and hope we get something. Oh my goodness, we got something really good. We got 13. That's out of control. This is where we're going to go ahead and spend our 1 stamina point to activate that magic staff, which is going to allow us to roll a white die of damage if he, of course, fails his conviction. I've got a 13. Let's see what he can roll. He hopefully rolls worse than that. He totally did. He got an 8. So our yellow Cave Sickle, I've got the wrong card in here. We're fighting the yellow Cave Sickle. Our yellow Cave Sickle is going to take 2 damage from the Gore Shot. And it's going to take another 2 because I'm going to give myself 2 irreducible damage, bringing my damage down to 5. I'm then going to bring it back up to 4 because I always seem to forget this until about now. I get to heal 1 every time during the status phase, which comes before I would have made this attack. So we're actually only at 4 damage that we've taken. He, on the other hand, has taken 4 plus whatever this white die is, which 2 is the worst, which is 4. That's 8. That's totally enough to take out the yellow Cave Sickle. Our yellow Cave Sickle is taken out, not the blue or orange green one. I've got the wrong card in there. We'll just remove him from the board and grab a combatant loot card. Our combatant loot card is going to be a monster loot. That's perfect. I love monster loot. That means we can maybe unlock some of those upgrades. Let's see which one we get for our Cave Sickles. There are 3 different ones we can get. I'm going to roll a purple die, which everyone gets the highest is the one we're going to get. We got a 5 on that one, a 5 on that one, and a 7 on this one. So we're going to gain this one right here. It says Sickle Shell Charm, monster loot material, passive, gain immunity to poison. Awesome. So Nightingale has an immunity to poison. That's fantastic. I don't know if she's ever going to use it, but you know, it's good to have. And we'll probably get rid of it next time we can shop and train because we can get some more of those upgrades. It's the Earth Loa's time. Let's see what he does according to his card. First, let's look at its passive. It is imposing. The Earth Loa has hulking, which is a tag that states figures with this tag cannot be moved by opposing abilities or currents for any reason, which makes sense. It's a big giant thing of rocks. First one says, is there an ally within Sphere of Influence without barrier? Another ally within Sphere of Influence gains barrier. It does say another ally, so it's not him. He can't give himself barrier, which is good after you see as what is about to occur. Next, it says, is there more than one opponent adjacent? No. Can it move and attack an opponent within reach 2? No, it can't. So the last one is otherwise move towards the nearest opponent. Let's take a look at this monster. Its conviction is 2 white dice. It's going to gain, it has 20 health. I've got to do 20 damage to it. It has an 8 defense, so it's not too tough to hit. It moves 4, but check this out, 5 armor. And imagine if it gave itself barrier, it'd have 6. He's got more armor than Rook would. He's going to roll 2 teal dice when he attacks, which is going to be absolutely terrible. So we don't want to get hit by this guy. Let's see, like I said, he's not going to abide by any of these except for this last one, move towards the nearest opponent, which is going to be 4. 4 movement points is going to put him 1, 2, 3, 4 right there. I don't think he would be crossing through this because he doesn't have anything that ignores it. With that turn completed, I'll give our 2 people here their stamina points. Then we'll take all these cards except for this one because we killed those 3 cave sickles. And we'll give these good initiative cards here a truffle shuffle, just like this, and put them back out on the board. Hopefully I actually want that Earth Loa to go first, because that way we can get him to move 4 more spaces before we run up and maybe start hitting him. And if we can take him out, we get a special thing. That'd be pretty cool. Our first person is Zeke. Come on, Earth Loa, I want you to go next. Nope, Remy's going next. Come on, Earth Loa. There's our Earth Loa. Then we have Rook. Then we have our cave sickles. Oh, we'll probably take out that cave sickle too, and Nightingale. So I think this is going to be a really good turn for us. We're going in some pretty good spots. Let's give Rook and Nightingale back their stamina points. Oh, I'd never thought about that. I should have used Nightingale's power to give all these people at least 1 more stamina point. I could have done some really cool things, but that's okay. We'll start with Zeke here. He's going to gain his 3 stamina points, and I think from right where he is, he just might shoot that cave sickle. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 spaces away. It is going to go through Rook's space, I believe. No, it's going to cross right here. 1, 2, 1, 2. It's going to cross right at that point from center to center. So that's where his line of sight is going to cross. Super awesome. That's it. He's going to make his attack and see what happens. I get +1 to my attack because I have chosen not to move. Let's roll our 2 dice. Oh, I get the chance to, if I want to, empower because I have 3 stamina points and I only have to spend 2 of them to fire my bow. I could, if I want to, use the other stamina point to empower this. Oh, is this going to be enough to kill? If I could one-shot this thing, that'd be fantastic. Well, you know, I've got Remy. Remy could probably take it out if we need to. Let's see how we do. Well, I'm certainly glad I didn't use that. Well, I do get to use Kill the Messenger because I do get to unexhaust it. So our Kill the Messenger is available. This, too, is the worst on this die, so I'm going to make it a 7, which isn't too bad. So I hit it with a 9, which is 1 over. So I did 1, 2, 3, 4 damage. 4 damage isn't too bad. Too bad I didn't empower the die. Who knows, if I'd have gotten 2 more of anything, I would have been able to take this thing out. My follow-up of the books isn't going to happen because I only got 1 book. He took 4 damage. Oh, that's so close again. I get these guys so close with 1 shot, and I don't get to one-shot him. We'll put that right here on his character card. He has taken 4 damage. All right, 9, 1, 2, 3, yep, 4 damage. Remy's next in line here. She's going to gain her 3 stamina points, use 1 of them to move. She'll move 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 to right here. At this point, she's going to use her other 2 stamina points to activate her chains of command. I will exhaust this and be able to attack again with my one-shot war axe, only needing 2 damage. Our war axe gets 2 white dice. We've spent our 2 stamina points, so we have none left. Oh, I only got a 7. That doesn't even hit it. Oh, that's terrible, and I don't think I have any way to help her with that. I could have used my relic here to, after making a roll, reroll any of your dice, but I'm not going to. I might have to save that for this guy. I have a feeling this guy's going to be tough. That's the end of Remy's turn. She has no stamina points remaining. We're going to move to our Earth Loa. The farthest one down his thing is, can it move and attack an opponent with reach 2? And he only moves 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. He cannot get to a reach 2. So his last step is just to move towards the nearest opponent. So he's going to move to right there. He's done. We'll move to Rook. Rook is going to gain 3 stamina points. He's going to use 1 of them to move. He's going to move 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, he's going to move 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 to right there. That's going to be his plan. Is that a good plan? No, that's a terrible plan. I'm going to move him to right there. That's where I'm going to go. I go 1, 2, 3, 4. And at this point, he's going to use his mage armor. We're going to exhaust that to give a mage armor barrier token to Remy. Remy's going to grab a barrier. She needs some armor. She has a little bit, but not quite enough. He's got 3 stamina left. The barrier card, the magic armor, does not cost any stamina when I use the discipline on a target other than yourself, which is awesome. He's going to use 2 to see what he can do to that cave sickle. Hopefully he can take this down. Otherwise, we're going to have big trouble. It's going to hit us. He's got his shield and Morning Star. I do have one more. I could empower this. I'm not going to. We're just going to hit him. Come on, hit him. We got a 7. That doesn't hit him. Didn't hit him either. Oh no, we need to hit him. We can't. Oh, barf. All right, so that's the end. It's going to be our Cave Sickle's turn, which is going to be terrible. He's standing right next to our good pal Rook here. So it says, is there an opponent adjacent? Yes, make an attack against that opponent with the most damage. The only person adjacent to him is Rook, so he's going to attack Rook. He's going to attack him with 2 white dice because there are no other Cave Sickles. The Hive Mind is not going to activate. We'll roll our 2 white dice, and it got a 9. That is going to be not enough to hit Rook. Rook has a 10 defense. So at this point, we're going to exhaust our shield. This shield allows me to counter. So we're going to counter with our 2 white dice, and hopefully we're able to take this guy out. We got a 9. That's enough to do 1 over here, and we got 2 more, so that's 2 physical damage. That's enough to take him out. We did a total of 3 damage. He only had 2 left. Oh, the counter is what takes out the Cave Sickle. Our Cave Sickle is defeated. He was the last remaining person in his swarm. We'll gain a combatant loot card. Rook has received, he's received 8 gold. That's awesome. We keep gaining gold. I love gold. That's the end of our sickles. They are going to be removed from the board. We'll move Nightingale down. She's going to grab 3 stamina points. And at this point, I think she's going to use 1 to move. She's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So she is going to have to spend 1 more to move. I'm going to use another 1 to check out our loot token right here. Let's check out this blue one. You find a pile of treasure, gain 10 gold and 2 random consumables. Yes! We'll gain 2 relics, and why don't we also gain a hit point as well? I totally forgot to do that, again from our sentient bodysuit. I'm going to forget every time, I swear. We'll mix these up a little bit, and then we'll grab from the bottom and see what we get. We're going to get another throwing knife and a mundane consumable. This is going to be, was it the magic balm or something? Yes, magic balm. This one says remove an effect from an ally within sphere of influence. Now I can only have 3 of these, so I have to put one into our pack. We'll put our magic balm into our pack. That sounds fantastic. We'll keep these 3 with us. So the more consumables she picks up, the less I'm actually going to have. I should have other people pick up some treasure tokens, but there aren't any more treasure tokens out there, so that's just fine. At this point, Princess Nightingale is going to activate her Ambitious. We're going to put a use token here, meaning she gains 2 stamina and everybody else gains 1. Let's load up our characters with stamina points. I think we're going to need them when we try to take out this Earth Loa, if we even try to. And you totally know I'm going to try to. We're going to start with our Gore Shot. It is still Nightingale's turn. She's going to see what she can do with this. Nightingale does have 3 stamina points. We're going to use 1 to empower our die because we need to really get this guy. Let's see how it goes here. We got 4 shields. That's terrible. It doesn't help at all. So we got a total of 11. These shields aren't going to help me. We'll remove that die. I'm going to use my one of my other stamina points to attempt to use that magic staff. We're going to exhaust it to hopefully do some extra damage if I can get him to not be able to break my conviction. I have an 11 right now. His conviction dice are 2 white dice. Come on, get less than 11. Oh, a 6. That's not going to be very good. Oh, we got a 12. That's terrible. He's able to stop my spell, which means this doesn't fire off as well. That was sad times with Earth Loa City, because that's about the best way I'm able to get him, because his conviction is actually pretty low, and that's going to go, all magic damage goes straight through his armor. Sad times at Middara High. We did not hit the Water Loa with our spell. That would have been absolutely stellar. But at least everybody has a ton of stamina points. This time I do not want the Earth Loa to go first. We want to give these a truffle shuffle and put them all the way at the back, I hope. Let's see where this leads. Come on, Earth Loa. We need you to go last. We got Remy first, Nightingale second. Oh no, there's the Earth Loa, Zeke, and Rook. Oh boy, this could be bad. We'll see how it goes. We're going to start with Remy. Remy's going to gain back her 1 stamina here. Oh, let's put all these out here. Zeke gets his 2, Rook gets 2, and Nightingale gets 1. Remy now gets 3 more. She also is going to unexhaust. I keep forgetting to tell you guys I'm unexhausting my powers, but she's going to unexhaust that. She's going to use 2 stamina to fly. She can still fly because she still has at least half of her max health. So she's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 to right there behind the Earth Loa. I was really hoping Rook would go first, but it didn't happen that way. We're going to use our one-shot War Axe on the Earth Loa using our Chains of Command. We're going to exhaust this card. The reason I was hoping Rook would go first, if he came up here and attacked, I would be able to get a flanking bonus, giving myself a plus to attack when actually making this attack. But where we stand right now, hopefully we can do enough damage to hit this thing. Remy's using her remaining 2 stamina points to attack with the one-shot, well, definitely going to be a one-shot War Axe. He's got 20 health. Let's see how this goes. I got a 5. Wow, that's the worst roll you can get. Totally missed. Nightingale is next. She'll get 3 stamina points, bringing her stamina point total to 4. We're going to use any. We're just going to go ahead and use our Gore Shot. But I'm going to remember this time to heal. We're up to only having 2 damage on us. That's fantastic. Let's shoot him with Gore Shot. Yeah. We'll use one of our stamina points to empower this spell. Let's see how it goes. Roll these up. I got a total. Oh, look at all those books this time. I got 6 plus books. That's fantastic. I'm going to use another stamina point to exhaust our magic staff. We'll roll our 2 dice here to see if he's able to stop with his conviction. I've got a total of 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. You can't get a 16. Haha, you got a 6. He's going to take 2 damage from the magic. Then he's going to take 2 more damage because I'm going to suffer 2 irreducible damage, bringing my life or taking my damage to 4. I've taken 4 damage. At this point, we're going to use that staff. We're going to roll a white die, see how much extra magic damage we do to him. Come on, big number. We got a success. We've done a total of 12 damage or 14 damage to him. No, 6 plus 4 is 10. Maybe if I do my adding right, we might get the right number. We're going to put 10 damage on him. He's half dead just from that one hit. Oh my gosh, I love magic in this game. That's all we can do with this Gore Shot, but she still has a couple more stamina points left. She could move, but I don't think she can attack. I think it'll be okay. Let's see what we can do. She's going to use a move action to move back here. I think I want to get away from this thing. I don't want it to attack her, considering we know that's about the only person that could do some serious damage to it. And now it is our Earth Loa's turn. Let's take a look at his combat card. We'll start with the top part here. Is there an ally within sphere of influence without barrier? Ally. Doesn't matter, there are no allies for him. Is there more than one opponent adjacent? No. Can it move and attack an opponent within reach 2? Move to be within reach 2 of the nearest opponent, then make an attack with reach 2, follow push 2, and inflict paralyze force 11. Remy is within 2, so she's the one that's going to get hit with this. So let's roll up our dice, and hopefully she doesn't get too banged up. I'm a little worried because she's kind of my exit ticket here. Let's see how this goes. 2 teal dice. Let's roll them up. And we got, oh no, this probably kills her. A 15. That's going to be a total of 5 over her defense. And she's already taken 5. Then it'll be plus 1 for each one of these. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 damage. She's taken 10 damage, but I do have my BA leather jacket here, which allows me to exhaust when making a dodge. Oh, I'm not dodging. Passive. Reduce physical damage dealt to you from a melee attack by 2. So we are going to be able to reduce this by 2. So instead of 10, I'm taking 8, and I have 1, 2 armor. So 8, 7, 6. I'm taking 6 damage. Remy's taking 6 damage, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. She's up to 15. She only has 3 health left. We're not done yet. It's going to push 2, 1, 2. She's going to move to there. Then there's a chance she gets paralyzed. Remy must make a conviction of 11. I get to roll a purple and white dice. She does have a white upgrade for a conviction. Let's see how she goes. She didn't survive. She gets paralyzed 11. So she's paralyzed. She's going to gain this token. Passive. You may not take actions or use abilities. Discard after then gain immunity to paralyze. So after that turn, we're going to gain this token. Awesome. She's totally not doing anything for a long time. Next is Zeke. He's going to grab 3 stamina points. He's going to start by using all 3 to fire that bow. Yes, this Waterloo is in range. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 squares away. Our longbow has a range of 6, but I do have my true flight arrows. When you make an attack, gain +1 to your range, you are limited to having 1 arrow item equipped. I can also exhaust this to prevent people from dodging, but so far I haven't found anything that actually dodges an attack. So we're going to try to shoot him. I get +1 because I did not move, but I am shooting through my friends. So I'm going to get -1 for that. So we're going to be shooting straight up with his numbers. Our bow gets a purple and white die, and I am empowering this attack, which gave me a 6 and a shield, some books. I get to use my Kill the Messenger again to be able to turn a die to a symbol of, or to the highest number possible, which is 7. So here we go. Let's see how much damage we can do to this thing. It's got a ton of defense, or armor, I mean. 13, above an 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. We've done 5 damage. That's going to go past his armor. So any extra we do now is just going to be straight damage. So we're going to gain 2 here for these 2 shields. 1, 2. Then we're going to gain another 2, so we've done 4. We get another one, 5. So we did 5 damage to this thing. It had 10. It is up to 15 damage. I think we're doing pretty good against this guy. Oh, I'm doing way better than I thought I would, that's for sure. We've got 15 damage on him. Then I've got 1, 2, 3 sets of books to be able to follow up, move 1 space. So I can move an extra 3 spaces if I want to. I might move 3 spaces, 1, 2, 3 to down here. I may be able to get a clear shot with my friends not being in the way. Yes, I totally can. So at this point, we're going to move 1, 2, 3 with Zeke right down here. Remember, it's not affected by any of this terrain or allies or anything like that because it's not a move action, it's just moving. Plus, I still get the +1 to attack because I haven't taken a move action with him, and I can't because I've actually gained the +1 to attack. I have 2 more stamina points. I'm going to fire that bow again at him. This is just going to be a straight luck shot because I don't have Kill the Messenger anymore. Let's see how this goes. I got a 10. So we did hit him by 2. I didn't, oh no, we didn't. We get +1 because I didn't move. So we got a 11. 8, 9, 10, 11. That's 3, 4, 5. I did 5 damage. I don't get any through because of his armor. I did hit, which means my follow-up can actually activate. I could move 1 space if I wish to. Zeke does not want to move. He wants to stay right where he is. Totally fine. At this point, we're going to activate Rook. Rook gets 3 stamina points. He's going to use 1 to move up to here, which means he is going to be blocking his line of sight again, but that's okay. I'm hoping that we can actually do enough to not have to worry about him. Okay, we will use 1, 2 to attack this time. Then, I think I'm even going to use 1 to empower his attack. So we're going to try to attack with an empowered weapon and hopefully take this guy out. I get 2 white dice and my black empowering dice. Come on, Rook, be the hero. He got a 7. He's not going to be the hero. It's going to be too bad. That's not even enough to even hit this guy, is it? And I don't think I have any way to reroll dice with him. No, I don't. I kind of made him more of a tank than actually being able to hit people. That's okay. We're going to be done with him. We'll go to our next round. But before we do, we're going to give Barrier to Nightingale. Nightingale is going to gain a barrier token. We're going to reuse our mage armor. Sadly, I don't think I'll ever give him mage armor because I was going to be so far away, but that's where he should be because he can't actually fight. We'll give our guys back their stamina points that we didn't use, pick up all our cards here, give them a good old truffle shuffle, and hope that we can actually not have to worry about that Earth Loa. Come on, we got to take this guy out. Otherwise, Remy's just going to run for the exit. I think it's going to be the plan here. Let's see how this goes. Because if Zeke is the only one left, we got big trouble because he's got to try to get to that thing. Nightingale's going first. I'm super excited for that. Remy's going next. Doesn't matter. Zeke is after that. Oh, look, all our guys get to go. Then this thing goes, oh, it's so toast. This is going to be awesome. We'll start with Remy. Or, sorry, not Remy. Nightingale. Nightingale gets her token. Rook gets hers. Nightingale gets 3. He is within sphere of influence. Let's start by going with Gore Shot. You know that I am going to empower this spell, and I'm probably going to use my magic staff based on what we roll. Let's put that right up there in case we're going to use it. We'll roll our conviction die and our empowering die and see we got a 4 plus a bunch of books. I think that's going to be really good. Now, I also remember I have this. I haven't used it yet. I'm allowed to re-roll any one of my dice if I want to, but at this point, I don't think I'm going to. I'm just going to go ahead and exhaust this. In case we got a bad roll there. We didn't get a bad roll. We got a total of 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Oh, let's see if you can beat a 14. I bet you can't. Yeah, 5. He totally can't beat a 14. We're going to do 4 damage to him, meaning I'm going to take another 2 damage, but then I'm going to heal 1 because, of course, again, I forgot to use my sentient bodysuit. Totally fine. We're going to do 4 more damage. He's at 19. Whatever I roll here with this magic staff, boom, this guy is toast. We'll remove that Earth Loa from the board and gain a combatant loot card. We got 5 more gold. That's fantastic. And we get to read the special part about defeating one of these. The Earth Loa crumbles before your might. Gain 1 random mundane relic. Oh, we get a relic. There are 6 relics left in the pile, so I'm going to roll this die. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. Yes, there's no 4 on this die. So we got 1. We're going to gain this one right here. It is a fight drive. Once per encounter, I can make a melee or ranged attack. That's awesome. This right now does belong to Nightingale because she's the one who did the killing blow on it, from what I understand. And we'll move into the rest of our turn, but I think it's going to be pretty much just cleanup now. Everything in this encounter is dead, and there are no totems or any objective tokens or anything that is going to change this. Rook's going to gain 3 stamina points. He's just going to move 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Not quite getting there. We'll shuffle up some of these cards. This is going to go away, and then when Rook or Remy move again, we'll just move to there. Remy can't actually do anything this turn because she is paralyzed. Zeke could have got to about here, but just so you understand, I would be able to make it out of this encounter probably by gaining still 1 urgency token, because I may not have been able to. Oh, I activated the Earth Loa, so there wouldn't be any urgency tokens gained anyway. But if you get too many urgency tokens, you lose the encounter. We didn't get any of those. We're totally fine. We made it to the exit. I said a lot of words just to tell you we made it to the exit. We are done with the encounter. Let's read our win condition real quick. It says each party member gains 1 XP. Then look at this, restore adventures. Oh, finally. Then we get to continue to getting cocky on page 35. Once we got through that encounter, there's going to be a lot of story coming up. We're going to be reading Getting Cocky, then moving to the Strange Pedestal. A Way Out will be next, followed by Dark Passenger. Then we're going to be going to Arson Castle and ending in the city of Elenia. Those are all the story moments we're going to want to read in order to get to the next point. I will make sure again to put a link into the description for the Forteller app. Also, I'll put one in for that YouTube site as well that has all of those that you can listen to before we move into the next part. When we do go into the next part, I also will explain the Spark Notes so you will have an idea of what's going on. During the reading, we're going to be coming to this spot when we get to the Arson Castle. It says here, the party gains the following bonus depending on how much experience points the adventurer have earned, including XP they spent. We spent 3, and we actually gained quite a bit. We're up to a total, we have a total gained experience of 8. So I'm going to get a bonus of 10. So after recording your gold bonus, we would continue reading, which means we would continue with what is going on in the story. Once concluding with all the reading, we're going to be getting to a Shop and Train, Explore, and Venture Forth area. This, remember, is the 1.0 adventure book, so it is different when you look at the 1.1 book for these upgrades here. It will be all mundane items, all upgrades that players have unlocked already, and also 1 mundane unique item. The mundane item upgrades don't exist anymore in the 1.1 update. But we're allowed to spend gold and learn disciplines with XP. In addition, you may trade gear amongst your party members and party stash. The store contains the following items and upgrades for sale. After completing these steps, return all items to their respective decks. Now, the random mundane unique item that we pull is going to be for this Shop and Train, and if we ever come back to this city, it will be there for purchase until we buy it. If you find any unique mundane items in the dungeon, that one will not be part of it. It will only be found here for the time being until we move on. We can also then explore. So as a group, choose one of the following and then proceed to the listed page. You may not choose a side quest. You've already attempted this adventure. If you have no side quest, you can choose, or you decide you don't want to explore a side quest, continue to venture forth, which is down here, and the group chooses one of the following to proceed on the listed page. Well, there's only one, and that's the main story, and that's Back to the Vaults on page 66. We're not going back to the vaults. We are going to explore. And it's not going to be me that explores. It's going to be Hungry Gamer. William over at Hungry Gamer said he would like to do one of these side quests with our characters. I said that'd be fantastic. So we're going to cross-channel this with William over at Hungry Gamer. He is going to choose one of the side quests, and we're going to see if he can get through it with our characters. Of course, we're going to try to upgrade them and get them ready to go for him. So please leave in the comments below some idea of what you think we should do with the experience and the gold we have. And how much gold do we have? Well, let's find out. The first thing I want to mention is we did do an achievement. It's called Not Quite Unkillable. We have 115 gold. I added up all of the cards that we had from our characters and all the stuff we had found so far. We have a total of 115, including the 10 we got from that last story area there. Here's our experience points. I've decided to divide it out because now apparently it does want to know if you've done it, how many you've used already. So I've put a 5 is how many we have and 8 is how many we've used. Those 5 experience points can get us either a level 2 discipline in something or a level 1 in something else or a level 1 in the same discipline if we're interested. There are 6 mundane unique items available still in our store that we can get. So I'm going to roll a die again. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. Let's see what is available for us. Number 1. So this is available in that store if we wish to buy it. Now remember, we only have 115 gold. Let's see what it is. It is the Bearer of Oh, it's only 50. We could pick this up. It's an archer longbow. It has 1 white and 1 orange die. Oh, that's going to be so much better than the purple die. As a passive, if you haven't made a move action this turn, your attack may gain +1 to the attack roll. That's fantastic. It does have 6 range, just like the last one. If you gain this bonus, you may not make a move action this turn. So that's the same as the other bow we have. Attack made against an opponent that dealt damage to an ally since the end of your last turn gains +2 physical damage. That's pretty good. And there's an exhaust power. When an opponent within Sphere of Influence deals 4 or more damage to an ally, that opponent is afflicted with wilt. Oh, that's really good. Let's take a look at wilt. Oh, let's look at the bottom here. If I get 5 shields, I can get 6 additional damage, and then the stars can be +1 damage. Oh my gosh, that thing's absolutely bonkers. Here's our wilt token right here. It says passive attacks made against you add +2 irreducible damage and ignore resistance. So that's pretty good. So that can add wilt if it's within Sphere of Influence, and I'm able to, when an opponent within Sphere of Influence deals 4 more damage to an ally. So of course, I don't know if I ever want to have to do that because I don't want to have to hit for 4 more damage. But still, this is 50 bucks. This might be a no-brainer. We might pick that up and drop our gold down. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to sell our longbow for 5. You can sell mundane items for 5. And we're going to buy this, so we're really only paying 45 for it, leaving us with 60 gold. I think that's a no-brainer to get a unique item out here, especially when it's called the Bearer of Justice. Zeke is now the Bearer of Justice. We still have 60 left, and I had a great comment by the Depressed Eeyore, and if you don't know who that is, he did a fantastic playthrough of Middara on YouTube as well. He did it through Tabletop Simulator. I'm going to post a link to his video in the description below. Please take a look at that. It was really cool and really fun to watch. His comment was that I should be buying accessories because, as you can see, all these accessories have a ability here that says increase the cost of this item by 30 gold for every loot level beyond mundane. So once the cost, or I get to different ones like common and uncommon, these are going to start costing more. So right now they're only 30 each. I'm going to buy both of these. So that's going to be the last of our money. That's 60 bucks. We have no money left. I'm going to be giving this to Zeke. This is one that allows me to equip an arrow item as though it didn't take up a relic slot. In addition, this arrow does not count as an arrow item for the purpose of determining your arrow limit. You are limited to having one quiver item equipped. Increase the cost of this item by 30, of course, for each mundane, but check this out. Exhaust. When you make an attack, reroll any single die except black. So this is going to be fantastic. He's going to take that. Now, I know we only have 1 arrow right now, but that's okay. As we go, we might get more. And we're also going to get some more relics in as well. This one is just straight up 4 health. And it also has anytime reroll any die except black that you or an ally within Sphere of Influence rolled. I can do that once per encounter. That's going to be awesome. I'm going to give that to, I think we're going to give it to Rook. Rook is going to have that. If you think somebody else should have that, please let me know in the comments below. Here are our upgrades. We can go ahead and spend our experience points. And here's some of the stuff I picked out. And I'm not sure. I'll let you guys decide what you think is the best. For Rook, this is what I have to take. Fever. It cast spell 6, deal magic damage equal to your total armor value. He can potentially have 5 armor. He can be dealing 5 damage. And you saw how well he hit with that mace, or the Morning Star. He didn't do all that great. So just being able to do 5 damage with magic is awesome. Heal an ally within Sphere of Influence equal to half the amount of damage that spell dealt. So if he dealt 5 damage, he'd be able to give 2 health to somebody else. And if that person's already at full health, they gain barrier. So that's going to be sweet. He's going to have that. That's pretty much a no-brainer. He gets that one. It's going to cost him 5 experience points, so he has spent all the experience points he has. These are the 2 I was thinking about for Remy. Remy could get Mage Breaker. I can exhaust this when determining damage. Roll the opponent's casting die and add the number rolled to physical damage for this attack. Your hurts will be your undoing. I can't read that word. Herberus? Okay, whatever. Hammerhelm. Terrible. I can't even believe I tried to read that. Hammerhelm, level 1. We've seen this. This is part of the mass. This still is a really good card. I get +1 physical damage, and I can exhaust this when making an attack with my axe to be able to reroll any dice in my combat pool. So when I was missing with those, this would be a way to prevent that. So those are 2 options I could get for her. As for Zeke, we've got a couple options here. I'm not sure what you would tell me what you think. This one is friend over foe exhaust. I can just exhaust this to dodge if I want, which is probably not what I'm probably going to use it for. I'm going to use it for this. Another ally may attack with a ranged or melee attack against an opponent that you attack this turn. So when he goes to attack, I could then make somebody like Remy attack, for example. Or I could even make Rook attack. That's a good way to get some extra attacks in. We also have down the masses. Check this. I can pay 2 stamina points to make 2 ranged attacks with that super bow, but it's against different targets. So if there's only one on the board, it's kind of it's not going to help me out. But I can shoot 2 things if there's 2 things out there. That's awesome. I'm going to try to read this time. All murders are punished unless they kill in large numbers and to the sound of trumpets. That's pretty awesome. So those are ones I was thinking about for him. Please let me know in the comments which ones you think. Also, these are the 2 I was thinking about for Nightingale. Nightingale's the only one left. I could continue down this like just destroying people. Organic liquefy. 2 stamina points and exhausted to cast spell 6. Roll one of your target's conviction dice and deal magic damage equal to the result. Oof, that could be nuts. It says here, though, you may deal yourself 2 irreducible damage to deal an additional magic damage equal to 2 times your highest level courier discipline, which is now, if I pick this up, level 2, so now my highest one's level 2, it's going to be 4. I'm dealing 4 damage. Not to mention our gore shot here is also, I can irreducible damage to go to 4, so we're doing 6 damage with gore shot. She's just going to be a damage machine, especially if I pick this up. That's awesome. And this one is the other one I was thinking about, though. Root the Mind. It allows me to cast spell 6 and your target is inflicted with paralyze, and it costs 1 stamina point. And if they're paralyzed, remember, they are not able to do something on their turn, but only is going to affect a person once during an encounter. So it's only going to affect them once. So tell me what you think about those. I think those are going to be awesome. I've spent all our money already. I know I probably already mentioned that, hey, you should tell me what to get in the comments below, but I already picked it up. But I will have some help with these. This would be awesome to tell me what you think about these. I'm actually it's really tough to go for some of these. This one's an auto-brainer. I kind of like that one. And these are tough. I don't know which one of these 2 to get or one of these 2 to get. But of course, let me know in the comments below. You might think there's something even better to get. Let me know. It'd be interesting to hear what you have to say. And there you have it. That is the end of our playthrough of Middara for now. We made it through those 3 missions that were all kind of tied together, and now we've ventured finally into the city, and we're going to be doing a side quest. But like I said, that's going to be over on Hungry Gamer's channel. So please take a look out for that when it's ready to go. I will post that in my community part of the YouTube page. I will put a link to it when it is out. And then after that, I will be diving back into Middara, and we'll continue with the main story. We have Nightingale, Zeke, Remy, and we also have Rook. They're doing a fantastic job. We made it all the way through. It was a little touch and go in that second mission where we actually lost Zeke. Oof, sometimes these can give you some devastating hits, I tell you. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you're enjoying the playthrough. If you do, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell symbol so you know when the next video comes out on not only this channel, but also at Hungry Gamer's channel as well. Also, please feel free to leave anything in the comments below. I would love to hear from everyone. I'm interested to hear what you think about how I powered up my guides with the items that I purchased from the shop, and what you think about those disciplines I've chosen, and which ones do you think of those I should get? Or do you have something completely different in mind that might help me even more? Again, thank you so much for watching, and if you're excited to see what comes next in the world of Middara, then I need you to meet me at the table.